reporters, and welcome back to my channel. We've got to talk about the explosive news coming out about disgraced former Teen Mom star Jenelle Evans and her manager turned boyfriend turned man who is filing a restraining order against her, August Keene. So shout out to Teen Mom Chatter for the screenshots, and shout out to the US Sun for the intel, because brace yourselves, it is ugly. Okay. It all started when August Keene posted a video of himself or a photo or whatever on Snapchat saying, Jenelle, you're no longer going to ABUAC men and get away with it any longer. You're a monster and you're too cocky with your destruction. I kept quiet for the kids, but you have taken your lies too far. This is another person in the Teen Mom universe who is, for all intents and purposes, illiterate, because look at that. You are far too old to be making all these errors. Oh my God. Okay. So it's no surprise what he's claiming. We've all known that Jenelle is a little bit on the psycho side, especially when she's in a relationship. They always end up in these sorts of mutually toxic situations because she's, just as toxic as the men that she's ending up with. And now August breaking the veil over that is not super surprising. However, I still am nonetheless interested in getting a little bit more insight onto this entire situation, or should I say into this entire situation, okay? Then he had one of his friends, Crystal, who was accused of being his mistress, reveal the DMs that the two of them had been exchanging. So in it, he posts a screenshot of a restraining order that he filed against Jenelle, which we will, of course, get into next. And he tells Crystal, hey, share that on Reddit and everywhere for me. I've been quiet to protect the kids, but she has left me no choice. I think it's funnier when you keep like all of the errors in. I've been quiet. I've had a restraining order on her since January 20th for false allegations and reports, and also her hacking into my phone and wiping it completely and consoling me, acting like a hacker did it. This is diabolical, Jenelle. What program did you use to wipe this phone clean? I'm asking for a friend. And then what else happened? She's a manipulative sociopath, psychotic, and true narcissist. I was quite for the kids, but that video was the last straw. Can you download the video for me or screen record it for me? So I guess she blocked him, and he really wants that for evidence for his restraining order that he filed on January 20th against her. Next, when we get into the actual restraining order itself, which I'm about to pull here on the screen, what happens? These are the filing details. It was filed in Clark District Family Domestic Court. This is the case number. It is a case style of Daniel Miranda, that's August's real name, versus Jenelle Eason. It was submitted, sure enough, on the 20th of January at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And automatically, right, it's going to pass through the courts, and then we're going to be able to see whether or not they actually decide to grant him this restraining order or not. Well, that is the information that we've got so far. However, August has been giving interviews. So once again, shout out to the US Sun for getting him to share his side of the story. In an exclusive statement, August, aka Daniel Miranda, said, and I quote, Jenelle not only made the decision to accuse me of serious accusations, but she set out on a smear hate campaign against me that hurt those around me that love and care for me. I tried to remain quiet for the kids, but for the last 2 weeks, she has been relentless. I have the right as a human being to disengage, shout out to Meredith Marks, and leave a toxic relationship. Threats, control, manipulation, and trying to strong arm me into stay is not love, and it's not safe. Jenelle is a dangerous woman with malicious intent. Her narcissistic personality won't allow her to take accountability for any of her wrongdoings. She will continue to slander and create false narratives to manipulate the public into taking her side. This is not a competition or a game. And she will never play with my safety or life again. It stops now, here with me. And a source close to August told the U.S. Sun, and I quote, "The restraining order was submitted after Jenelle called the police and made false accusations, stating August punched her at his birthday party." And obviously that source, quote unquote, that is close to August is none other than Crystal, who is the person that he asked to leak these DMs to us. Listen, August, I believe you. I do believe that this is something that Jenelle Evans is capable of. There's a reason why she's always, finding herself in the same position with, every single guy. We've seen her behave in these sorts of unsavory ways on television over the past several years. We've seen her be ABUSIVE towards animals. We've seen her, be that way towards her own children. So who's to say that her boyfriends are safe or spared from this sort of behavior as well? Best of luck to you with this restraining order. I do hope that it is granted. And I saw on Instagram that Jenelle had released a YouTube video called a life updates or something like that. I haven't yet had the opportunity to watch it because, it was the weekend, and I have a lot of things that I do on the weekend activity wise. And on top of that, today, I was preparing for the morning report, which is the show that I host every single weekday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I haven't been able to watch that quite yet. I am going to watch it after dinner tonight, and I will be able to provide a recap on that tomorrow. Okay, you guys. So stay tuned for that. Very, very, very messy stuff. But listen, it is par for the course. Jenelle never really leaves a relationship peacefully. It always has to be mired in controversy and extreme allegations. And I don't know, is it not embarrassing constantly having some sort of case against you, or a case that you're filing against somebody in court? At a certain point, you got to ask yourself, why am I so against peace? Why is everything always so damn messy with me? Now, let's get into our second story, okay? So do y'all remember chronically unemployed, disgraced stain of the teen mom universe, David Eason? Well, his daughter Maryssa is on TikTok, and she posted a TikTok video shading Jenelle, and Jenelle is not happy about it. Let me go ahead, pull up the video for y'all so you can see for yourselves. As you can tell, it has not been a good 24 hours for Jenelle. It's coming out from all sides, basically. And she did go on online and threaten to report David for his daughter's TikTok video. She was claiming that that video constituted harassment by a third party, which, listen, I personally do not believe it does. I think that Maryssa is her own person with her own feelings about having lived with Jenelle. And as far as I'm aware, isn't David living with the new girl, and Marissa's living with someone else, like her mom or something like that? So I don't think he has that kind of contact or control over her on this sort of thing. But at the same time, as a tried and true David Eason hater, I wouldn't mind if he got in trouble for this anyway, even if I don't think that it's his fault. Y'all let me know what you think about all this mess in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.